But right now, please welcome to the stage Dr. Laird, everybody. He's here to answer your questions about astronomy.
Yeah, I keep getting blinded by the lights. So I can't see you. And if that means that if you raise your hand in response to anything that I'm saying, I will not see you. The thing that I do is, well, first of all, I'm an astronomer. Actually, I am one. And I've been one since birth. So I'm pretty good at this thing. But what I'm not good at is answering questions about astronomy. So I'm hoping that you will ask me questions tonight about astronomy, but I'll only take the stupid ones, okay, because that'll help. So the title of this bit is Ask Dr. Laird Your Stupid Astronomy Questions, and I will begin with none of those hands in the back, so you have to shout it out. Anybody?
Why did Orion wear a belt?
Why did Orion? See, that's not an astronomy question. That's a constellation question.
Okay.
I don't do constellation questions. Okay, so next, is there another question?
That asteroid that nearly hit Earth, are we in danger of another one soon?
We're always in danger of should I repeat the question so that you'll understand that no, I heard it, you heard it, fine. I don't have to say it. I didn't do this before. How do I know how this works? So yeah, are we in danger of an asteroid hitting the Earth? Actually, probably that's the thing that will kill us all off. But no, applause, thank you. But actually, what I think we're more in danger of is the next president of the United States using a nuclear weapon and killing us all off, whoever that might be. So we're less in danger of things from outer space from things from inner space is what's going to kill us. So, no problem. Another question, please.
Why is Neptune blue?
Why is Neptune blue? Actually, there is an answer to that question, and actually there's another question associated with that, which is why is Uranus green? And the answer is same reason, ammonia in the upper and methane in the upper atmosphere. That's the answer to the question. And because the reason that they have those things is because when the Neptune and Uranus were solidifying, those things turned into solids and condensed. Whereas around here, those things were gases and didn't. So that's why they have that and we don't have it. Okay, that's the answer to the question. Notice, by the way, that there is no comedy here. Okay? So really, it's just going to be up and down question answers. We'll know more, so much more afterwards. What?
Professor, here in the back, I got a question. Why stars so big?
Why are stars so big? Would you have it any other way? No, seriously. That's a serious answer to a stupid question. The reason is that if they weren't so big, you wouldn't be here to report it to me right now. Because think of it. We're 93 million miles away from the sun. That's a pretty far distance. And yet, we can be illuminated by that big thing far away. If it wasn't so big, we wouldn't be here to talk about it. So that's why. It has to be big. By the way, our sun is an average, if not slightly dwarfed star. G2, if you're looking it up. Another question.
Laird.
No, I have a question right there. I can see him. The man with the food.
Are abortions allowed on the moon?
Yes, abortions are allowed on the moon. Absolutely. First person to go up there and have one is probably going to have an abortion automatically. I had a question over there.
Is Pluto a planet?
No, is Pluto a planet?
Why did they get rid of it?
It's still there, thank you.
How does it feel about it?
The reason, no, I'm going to be serious here. Pluto, see the thing is, Pluto is one of a number of other things called trans-Neptunian objects. And it is the first, in fact, it's called TNO1. And in fact, it's actually got a moniker, TNNOs. It is the first TNNO. There are other TNNOs out there besides Pluto, and there's many of them. So it's the first among many rather than the last among a few. So it had to get its own classification, that's all. It's really simple. It's a dwarf planet. It's not a planet. There are other dwarf planets out there. I'm waiting for applause. Don't applause, that's not over yet. I heard something over here.
Do you have any dark matter I could borrow?
No, that's a fair question. Yes. Now, it turns out that if dark matter is real, and there is some controversy, yes, it is. We're not going to talk about it here. If there is dark matter, then I have some in my hand. And we know how much it weighs. Absolutely, we do. And I can tell you that there's only one in my hand because dark matter is quite diffuse. And being quite diffuse, it has no reason to hang around planets or stars. It likes to hang around galaxies. And galaxies are big, stars are small, planets are even smaller. So there's no dark matter here. But if there was, there'd be very little. So yeah, have some? Okay.
I'd love some.
It's yours.
Thank you.
If you were jettisoned into space,
If I was
would you
jettisoned?
be killed by the vacuum of space before you could successfully asphyxiate? You don't have time to get a nut off.
No. Well, actually, there is an answer to that question, you see, because scientists have studied this in great detail. And it turns out that you would freeze your nut off, and it would fall off before you could get it off.
Your nut would come out, or it would be inside still?
Inside.
No, listen, if you're like me, it'll take about an hour to. So. It's true. It's true.
Forget a professor.
What?
No creepers here tonight.
I have a question.
You have a question.
Why is it that Earth has one moon and a lot of other planets have many moons?
Well, that's a good question, and maybe the answer won't be funny. It turns out that the Earth has one moon because it was hit by another planet, so we got a moon out of it. The other situation could have been some of the outer planets, which also have moons that could have been a result of collisions. But all the other planets which have moons did not lose something from themselves. They gained something from outside. We actually gained the moon from our own planet in the collision. So we're very rare. And incidentally, if we didn't have a moon, there's a good chance that we wouldn't be here to be talking about it. It's an important thing because the Earth used to spin about every 6 hours, and after it was hit with the moon. And then the moon slowed it down to 24 hours. It took 4.5 billion years to do that, but that's exactly what we need to be here so we can, correct our clocks at 24 hours. But otherwise, the clocks were 24 hours. Anyway, we need the moon. Thank you. Am I finished?
Keep going, Dr. Laird, everybody. Keep it going. In space-time is but a construct, but Dr. Laird lasts for a whole hour, ladies. Get my man up. On deck.